A regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the McAllen Independent School District will be held Tuesday, January 28, 2025, beginning at 5:30 p.m. at the Dr. Ricardo Chapa Boardroom Administration Building of the McAllen Independent School District, 2000 North 23rd Street, McAllen, Texas 78501. Items listed on this agenda may be taken in an order other than as shown on this agenda. Unless removed from the consent agenda, items identified within the consent agenda will be acted on at one time. At this meeting, there may be discussion and action by the board on the items and subjects listed as follows. Call the meeting to order. I have done so at 5:30 p.m. Number two, please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Item 3, Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, Public Comments. Public comments, we have none tonight. Item number 5, Superintendent's Report. Item 5A, McAllen ISD Kids Run Final Mile. Dr. Gutierrez.
Yes, Madam President and Board of Trustees. Each year, our students run a 26-mile marathon that begins in the fall and concludes in January with a final mile run. On January the 18th, McAllen ISD students participated in the final mile event. We have a video on this event, if they can play the video at this time.
It's so important for the collaboration between the city and the school district. It's an amazing thing that we do. This is our 11th year of running the Kids Marathon. There's about 3,000 students that will run today, run their final mile. It's an incredible thing. You have to come out here and watch it. This is their final mile. They started back in October at the stadium. And then it's such an amazing thing today. So their parents can be running the 5K or the 10K or the half or the full. And then their kids get to run the final marathon of their 26.2-mile marathon. It's a great way to get kids out in the city parks and the parks of the school district here that we have 9 city parks with the school district. It's an incredible collaboration. Nobody does it but McAllen. You know, it actually started with a conversation between my brother, the late Commissioner Scott Crane. He was a marathon runner for the city. They had their city marathon. He wanted children out, his own children, my children, our children out running in the city, enjoying the city streets. And so it was an idea to come together and have them run every day at school with their PE coaches. And then when they get to that last mile, the 26th mile, they could run it here with a big city marathon. And actually, they finished the actual finish line. It's the proper marathon. They start off in elementary school running this as a 1-mile finish. And then today they're running the half, they're running the full, they're running the relay as adults. So it's a great thing to see them grow into this. You know, they're in their 20s now. They started when they were 10 years old, and here they are still running, still doing something.
Great little video. Consequently, the man who won the marathon overall, Miguel Angel Ramirez, is a class of 07 Mac High graduate. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations to him and to whoever his track coach was. Item 5B, McAllen ISD showcases high school programs. Dr. Gutierrez.
The McAllen ISD Has It All event featured high school programs for our middle school students and their parents. As students get ready to make decisions on what they would like to study in high school, they got to see the many opportunities and programs that are available in McAllen ISD. We also have a video of this event. If they can play the video at this time.
Today we're hosting the McAllen Has It All event, and this is an event for parents and students of all 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, primarily 8th graders, to help them become familiar with all the different programs that are available here at McAllen ISD. We have presentations from the UTRGV Collegiate Academy, Achieve Early College High School, our IB program, our Advanced Academics program, On-Ramps program, regular dual enrollment. We've got so many different programs available for students that we wanted to hold an event to have parents come in and ask questions and become really familiar to see which program best fits their children. I I brought her in so that she can, see the different options that, she has as far as like classes or courses that she can take for the future. Coming from Travis and coming to Mac High, I mean, it's something exciting, so it's something different, something new, for her.
Item 5C, the role of school board trustees. Dr. Gutierrez.
Yes, as this is School Board Recognition Month in Texas, January. We know trustees work hard making decisions on policy, budgets, programs, facilities, and other items that have a major impact on our schools. With the help of our student ambassadors, we put together this video for our trustees and recognize them for all the work that you all do throughout the year. But this month of January, we recognize the hard work of our board of trustees, and let's play that video now.
Hey, have you guys ever thought about what school board members actually do?
I know they're important, but what do they actually do?
Oh, I know this one. They're kind of like the people in charge of all the big decisions, like what programs we get and where the money goes. They make sure our schools run smoothly.
Exactly. I heard they also help decide which activities we have, like sports teams, bands, and all the cool clubs.
Oh, so they're the ones who make sure we have art classes, science labs, and new tech, right?
Yep. And not just that, they also make sure that we have safe buildings, good meals, and our schools are a great place to learn. They're always making things work better for us.
I didn't realize they did all that. So they're like the reason we have everything we need for school?
Yeah, they do a lot. And what's cool is that they actually listen to the community, like students, teachers, and even our parents, so they know what's best for McAllen ISD.
That's awesome. So they're not just making rules, they're really thinking about what's best for us.
Exactly. They make sure we have everything we need to succeed. They even help bring in community partners and keep our schools connected.
Oh yeah, like when they talk about school attendance, they're making sure we show up and get the best education possible.
Definitely. They know that when we're in school, we have more opportunities to learn, grow, and get ready for our future.
I guess we really owe them a big thank you for everything they do. They're helping us even when we don't realize it.
Totally. McAllen ISD School Board is always working to make sure we have the best teachers, programs, and a safe place to learn.
So next time we hear about the school board, we should remember to show appreciation. They're making sure our schools are the best they can be.
Yeah, thank you, school board members, for all your hard work. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super cool. Thanks, y'all. Item 5D, discussion and possible action on proclamation regarding School Board Recognition Month. Dr. Gutierrez.
January is School Board Recognition Month in Texas. We appreciate our trustees who devote so much of their time away from their families for the betterment of our students, parents, staff, and our community. As a high-performing school district, it would not be possible without this hard-working school board. At this point, I'd like to turn it over to our Director of Marketing and Communications, Mr. Mark May, who has more on this item, and we are recommending action on this item as well. Go ahead, Mr. May.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Gutierrez, and ladies and gentlemen of the board. Each January, we honor the community who serve on their local school boards. The 2025 School Board Recognition theme is Leadership for Tomorrow's Texas. In Texas, school board members are elected by community members who trust them to do what is best for students. This connection ensures that board members are accountable to local voters, attuned to the needs of their communities, and dedicated to a brighter future. And we want to show our appreciation. We have some students representing our high schools and our vertical teams here tonight. They'll read our proclamation for School Board Recognition Month. And if our trustees, if y'all could move to the front so we can take some pictures, we will get started. And we're going to start with McAllen High School. Representing their vertical team is Grace Murray, Student Body President.
Whereas the mission of the public schools is to meet the diverse educational needs of all children and to empower them to become competent, productive contributors to a democratic society and an ever-changing world.
Now we'll pose for a quick picture. right, thank you, students. Y'all can exit to your left. Next, we have Memorial High School and Martin Bettis, Student Council President.
Whereas local school board members are committed to children and believe that all children can be successful learners and that the best education is tailored to the individual needs of the child.
And now, representing Rowe High School and its vertical team, we have Gabriela Tamez, Student Council President.
Whereas local school board members are strong advocates for children, parents, and employees and community members, and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectations to the district.
And now, representing Achieve Early College High, we have Kyra Aguilar, Student Council President.
Now, therefore, we do hereby declare our appreciation to the members of the McAllen Independent School District Board of Trustees and declare the month of January 2025 as a School Board Recognition Month.
You have one, and then, yeah, perfect. All right, guys, on three. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. Actually, one more. 1, 2, 3.
And now, representing Lamar Academy, we have Isabella Brenner, Student Ambassador.
We urge all citizens to join us in recognizing the dedication and hard work of local school board members and in working with them to mold an education system that meets the needs of both today and tomorrow's children.
And now representing UTRGV McAllen ISD Collegiate Academy, we have John Lee, Student Ambassador.
Hello. Our school board president will set her hand and cause the seal of McAllen Independent School District to be affixed on the 28th day of January 2025. Of course.
Actually, that's fine. Let's just switch to them. And then that's good. That works. That should be. All right, guys, on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
And once again, congratulations to our school board.
That was nice.
Super awesome.
Very nice.
Thank you, Natalie. Has our name?
Yes. Oh, that one does.
Thank you to everybody that also makes it easy for us to do what we do. We appreciate you as well. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ball. Need my glasses, I can't see. Got it. We need a vote on this one?
Yeah, we're recommending action on this item on the.
So moved.
Second.
I've got a motion by trustee Aliceda and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it. Motion passes 6-0. Now, item number 6, donations. 6A, discussion and possible action for the approval of the pavers and artificial turf at Dr. Pablo Perez Elementary. Dr. Gutierrez.
The parent-teacher organization, PTO, at Dr. Pablo Perez Elementary donated pavers for playground area and a separate small section, as well as adding artificial turf for open field. Ms. Nino, Associate Superintendent for Instructional Leadership, will share more information, and we are recommending action on this item. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Gutierrez. In the slide, it's just a breakdown of what those amounts total to be overall, $95,600, and those are just some visuals of the 3 areas for the landscape there at Dr. Pablo Perez Elementary, and also our principal, Veronica Delgado, is here if there's any questions. Thank you.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by trustee Aliceda and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes 6-0. Congratulations, Perez Elementary. Good stuff. And then item 7A through 7E consent agenda. Do I have a motion, folks?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the consent agenda items 7A through 7E.
Second.
I have a motion by trustee De La Garza Lopez and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes 6-0. We are on fire, y'all. Item 8, instructional services, instructional leadership, human resources, business and operations, and board of trustees items. 8A, instructional services, instructional leadership. 8A1, report regarding digital learning and libraries department. Dr. Gutierrez.
Administration will report on the Digital Learning and Libraries Department. Ms. Ann Vega, Director of Digital Learning and Library Services, will have more information on this. And this is for information purposes only. Go ahead, Ms. Vega.
Good evening. Just a quick overview of what my department does. I've got my whole crew there. I'm very lucky to have every single one of them. We have 3 major goals. All of our goals are always geared towards our teachers and our students. Our teachers, we're going to start off with them. So we work with our teachers. We had approximately a little over 800 of our teachers attended Technovate, which we had for 2 days. So far this year, we've trained 2,126 teachers, had at least 3,000 plus, that was last week. And then we had 14,351 hour of code participants. We've got our library team who works extremely hard every single day with our students. So far this year, we've had 45 literacy events. We've had 10,565 visitors, and that would be community members, parents, etc. We see 14,496, that's the average students that we see in libraries every single week. To date, of course, this was last week, we had 163,562 books checked out. AR is what our students use in elementary. They read a book and then they test on it. So far, we've had 167,130 AR points. And in middle school, we use Beanstack. And what students do is every time a middle school student reads a book, they scan the back and they log their minutes. And right now, they have 3,193,170 minutes. And because I put our code participants again, because our librarians were the ones that took charge with my team on campus. Last week, we had district battle of the books, and what the students do is they read books and then they come together. We have questions, about 100 questions that they have to answer. And now the teams that you see on the bottom will go to regionals in February. Jackson will go for our Battle of the Book Junior. To represent McAllen ISD, Gonzales will go for our elementary, De Leon will go for our middle school, and Lamar will go for our high school. We also work with our students in esports. This is something that we have at just about every campus. I think we have 2 we do not, but everybody else does. And all of our kids work either in elementary, they work with little esports, which is Minecraft, and then we do regular esports in middle school and high. So far, Morris has won 2 competitions region-wide, and Lamar won the UTRGV Fall Cup. We've got chess that our department also works with. We have a lot of kids that participate. In fact, we have a regional competition being hosted at De Leon this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and every year we've got kids that are making it to nationals. And then last, we've got Tech Wars. This is something that takes place in May. If you've never been, it's a lot of fun. We've got underwater robotics. Kids build their battle bots. We've got rocket launching. We've got digital design. And this will be the first year that we have robots that kids will receive a robot, and then they have to solve a real-world problem with that robot. They're supposed to be coming in the next 2 weeks, so hopefully they get everything finished. And that's what my department does. Any questions? No. Yay, I did it. Did it make 3 minutes?
Thank you, Ms. Vega.
Good job.
Thank you. Good job.
Item 8B, Human Resources. 8B1, discussion and possible action on the resolution ordering election for trustees in McAllen Independent School District to be held on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. Dr. Gutierrez.
Yes. Being presented before the board is the approval of the resolution ordering election for the trustees in McAllen Independent School District to be held on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. The resolution calls for the election of trustees place 3, place 6, and place 7 to be filled along with the approval of polling sites, times, and dates. Dr. Canales, Chief Human Resources Officer, is available to answer any questions. We are recommending action on this item.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by trustee Aliceda and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion carries 6-0. Item 8C, Business and Operations items. 8C1, report regarding taxes collected for October through December 2024. Dr. Gutierrez.
Ms. Lorena Garcia, our Deputy Superintendent for Business and Operations, will report on the taxes collected by the Hidalgo County Tax Office on behalf of McAllen ISD for the quarter of October through December of 2024. This is an item for information purposes only. Go ahead, Ms. Garcia.
Good evening. The quarterly report is for October taxes collected as well as November and December. Our taxes are doing well in terms of collections. We are doing better than we were last year at this time. Our tax levy, original tax levy is $89,170,675.64. For the month of October, it got started off slow at 0.14% in collections. However, it started to pick up in November at 9.32%. And then in December, it's substantially larger at 42.33%. Collections to date for December are $38,046,033.69 in preparation for our biggest month, which will be January coming up.
That's all on the tax report?
Thank you. That was
It's an
for
information.
Way to get ahead of it, though. Item 8C2, report regarding the monthly financial and quarterly investment report for December 2024. Dr. Gutierrez.
Ms. Lorena Garcia, our Deputy Superintendent for Business and Operations, will present the financials and quarterly investment report for December of 2024. And this item is also for information purposes only. Go ahead.
We are at the half-year mark, and we're presenting the financial report, first of all, where we identify, in comparison to last year, at this time, our year-to-date actual in terms of revenue is $109 million, and then expenditures are actually lower than that at $100 million. So that gives us revenues over expenditures of $9.6 million for our fund balance. And then I'm now going to present the investment report for the quarter of October through December. We are doing quite well at the half-year mark already. We have earned about $3.4 million in investment earnings. We did budget $3 million as an amount, so we have exceeded that. So we feel we can collect another $3 million in investment earnings, and that would be additional revenue that we would have that would go to our fund balance. Our weighted average maturity is at 4.30. We do anticipate interest rates to go down maybe one more time this year, so we feel that we can capitalize on investment earnings for the rest of the fiscal year. And here are the statistics. For the quarter ending, our earnings are $1.7,009,030.45. And that concludes the investment earning report.
Thank you. Item 8C3, report regarding interlocal agreement 2017-173, allocation of quarterly payment agreements with Hidalgo County Appraisal District. Dr. Gutierrez.
The agreement between the district and Hidalgo County Appraisal District is set forth from the agreement made in 1982 for the allocation of quarterly payments pursuant to the Texas Property Tax Code Section 6.06E. This item is for information purposes only.
So we are simply reporting the payment that we're statutorily obligated to pay for the appraisal district to process our property appraisals. The fee did go up this year. We are projecting an assessment of $1.2 million, and last year it was $995,086. $86. I'm sorry. What they'll do is they'll adjust based on actual appraised values at the end of the term.
Perfect. Item 8C4, discussion and possible action on the resolution approving independent sources for investment training and designation of investment officers. Dr. Gutierrez.
The resolution lists the independent sources who provide investment training sessions related to investment responsibilities. Additionally, the resolution names Deputy Superintendent for Business and Operations, Chief Financial Officer, Director of Accounting, Coordinator for Budget, and Coordinator of Accounting as the district's investment officers. Ms. Lorena Garcia, Deputy Superintendent for Business and Operations, is available to answer any questions. We are recommending action on this item, and basically this is that our administrators from the business office need to be trained every 2 years and be certified. And so this is just a requirement that we need to comply with our administrators to be trained from the business office.
So moved.
I have a motion by trustee Aliceda and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item 8D, Board of Trustees items. 8D1, approval of Board of Education meeting minutes. 8D1A, regular board meeting, January 17th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Need a
We are recommending action on this item, administration.
Move to approve the minutes.
I have a motion by trustee Rivera and a second by trustee De La Garza Lopez. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes 6-0. And item 9, recess to closed session. Board of Trustees may go into closed session pursuant to sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, 551.076, and 551.089 Texas Government Code to discuss the following. 9A, Human Resources Recommendations for School Year 24-25. 9B, Discussion of Human Resources Employee Resignations and Retirees for your school year 2024-2025. 9C, Discussion regarding Superintendent's Employment Contract. 9D, Discussion regarding School Safety and Security. 9E, Pending and or Potential Litigation. 9F, Possible Real Estate Acquisition. We are in closed session at 6:02 p.m. At 6:27 p.m., we are back in open session. Before we get into matters, I want to thank the Texas Classroom Teachers Association for providing us a nice little dinner tonight. We really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Item
We have a gift for you.
Item 11A, discussion and possible action of human resources recommendations for school years 2024-2025.
Human Resources submitted a list of recommendations for the 2024-2025 school year under separate cover for discussion during closed session. And this administration is recommending action on this item.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by trustee Aliceda and a second by trustee Rivera. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion carries 6-0. Item 11B, discussion of human resources employee resignations and retirees for school year 2024-2025. Dr. Gutierrez.
Human Resources submitted a list of resignations and retirees for the 24-25 school year under a separate cover for discussion during closed session. This item is for information purposes only.
Thank you very much. Item 11C, discussion and possible action regarding superintendent's employment contract. Dr. Gutierrez.
I'm recommending action on this item. I don't know what to say.
Madam President, I move to rescind the prior approval of the superintendent's contract amendment, which included a one-year extension and salary increase effective July 1st, 2025, and to approve the same contract amendment maintaining the one-year extension but modifying the salary increase to be effective January 17th, 2025.
Second.
I have a motion by trustee Rivera and a second by trustee De La Garza Lopez. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay.
Nay.
Motion carries 4-2. Item 11D, discussion regarding school safety and security. No action. No action. I'm sorry, nothing. Sorry, Mr. Ball. Item 11E, pending and/or potential litigation.
Same announcement.
Item 11F, possible real estate acquisition.
Same announcement.
And I need a motion to adjourn, folks.
Madam Chair, I move to adjourn at 6:29.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee De La Garza Lopez and a second by trustee Aliceda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes 6-0 at 6:29 and 48 seconds. Record time, folks. Thank you.